はい、PL です。テリングライズ6日目始めていきたいと思います。前回までのあらすじとしては、デイビッド・ジョーンズが本名デイビッド・スミスだったということが分かったのと、エマとの間に子供が1人だと思ったら2人いたというところで、名前がエミリー・デイビスとアルバー・スミス、デイビッド・スミス。そうだよね。エミリー・アルバだったら、名字も名前も親とくっついてないって話だよね。でもデイビスとスミスで、デイビスはデイビッドだと思うけども、どうなってんのっていう話だよね。と、ミシェル、現ジュなミシェルが、マキシン・ウィリアムズ、マックスっていう名前じゃないのかなっていうところまで来ましたというところで、ちょっと今日はね、息子じゃない、娘たちがちょっとどうなってるのかっていうのを調べていくっていうところで、エミリーまで調べ終わったので、デイビスはデイビッドの方が出てきそうだな。デイビス。うん、出てこないね。デイビスはない。じゃあ、アルバ。おー、そう、このエマさんはずっとアルバってこの動画で言ってたんだよね。じゃあちょっとまた頭出ししてから見ていきましょうか。はい、それでは見ていきましょ
う。Okay, hey buddy. Yeah, I'm just hanging out, waiting for you.
まあ、ヒゲデイビッドの
声だ。Running late, huh? Okay, you don't say. Traffic. Yeah, right. Nah, sure, I'm getting hungry, man. Yeah.
電話しながら誰か見張ってんのかな、ジャスミンセンター。
Just saw a dwarf head into the cottage, but
白雪姫って言ってるから、これはミシェルだよね。
Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah, no, here she comes. Yeah, Snow White is headed to the cottage. Targets a pair bond are naturally outgoing in most social situations, regarded in more intimate settings, has a high aversion to public spaces. You'll be attracted when older man with humility and self-awareness is intellectually curious but not highly educated and will respond to others with similar backgrounds, especially those who take leadership positions and take time to listen and mirror her opinions. She's 19, young, naive. In her yearbook, she says she wants to be a singer. She likes to think.
エヴァだね、シンガーになりたいって言ってるもんね。
She's just a kid from Detroit. Yeah. Snow White is in the cottage.
これアルバなんて名前どこで出てきたよ。
Young, naive.
卒業アルバムはあ、まあまあそれで出てくんならいいけどさ。なるほどね。でもこれなんかエヴァに同じ店に同じ日に2回あったみたいな話だけど、つけてたっていうことだよね。これも頭出していこうか。よし、そしたら見てこう。
Hey, honey. You look, pissed?
子供か？まあ、俺子供じゃないかなと思うけど。
Yeah, it was a big night.
エマかな。
What? Okay, why did you let her do that?
させただからエマと話してるっぽいな。
So how much is a ticket back to Texas?
テキサステキサスって入れたらこの動画の裏が見えそうだよね。
Well, I mean, Alba loves having me there, honey. Well, she's there to help. She's an extra pair of hands.
お、これ前見た動画の裏だ。お母さんローラがなんか来ちゃって大変なのよ的な話してる時じゃねこれ。
Hey, Laura.
ああ、やっぱそうだ。いやローラってなんかローラに一瞬変わったよね。そうそうそう、これ。じゃあ見てる。
Yeah, I heard you came to help my two girls, so I really appreciate
おう、
that.
超迷惑だよって話ね。
Yeah, well, okay, we both have important jobs, Laura. That's our life now, okay?
まあお母様にはね、それなりにね、こうオブラートに包んでしか言えないよね。ああ、そうか。なんか子供が水場にいるからそっち見に行って的なので追い出したような、そういえば。
Sorry. Hey, we can make this work.
なんとかなるって言われましてもね。なんだこれ、頭よしよしか。なるほどね。あの動画の裏が分かったわけだね。ああ、そうか。その後にあるね。ローラが来てるのっていう的な話の動画あったもんね。なるほどね。よくわかりましたわ。そしたら5個目の動画。これも頭出ししてみていきましょう。あ、これ見りゃ2人いそうな。
Dada, I'm in my Halloween costume.
お
I'm Aurora.
オーロラ姫ですか。何のキャラかいまいち覚え
I
てないけど。
wanted Mama to be Maleficent, but she doesn't want to.
Yeah, well, Mama doesn't have Angelina Jolie's cheekbones.
マレフィセント。茨の姫。
I wanted Alba to be one of the more modern heroines, but Mama bought the costume.
これあれば。
And she loves it.
Oh, doesn't she look
Look
so
at you.
pretty? Oh, Halloween is so important to children, and I wanted her to feel special.
It's fine, Mama. Hey, why don't you go play in your room, sweetheart? Alba is fine. Look, Mama, this is a family. David is here, and he's working.
He's always working. Walks in the door and he expects me to have my best face on.
Mama.
You're never gonna keep a man like you're keeping so opinionated. I'll run the bath.
もしかしてエ
You
マも
have to be here
潜
for
入捜査してる
Thanksgiving and the recital, okay? I sent you the date. The Bureau was very insistent that we were a strong family unit. You'd think they'd want to make some effort to keep things that way. We should frame that report with our diplomas. We're both great at taking tests. I gotta go.
わかんなくなってくるな。29件待ちあれば結構動画あんだね。スミス、ああでもこれ本名のデイビッド・スミスの方も出てくるから、あでもほぼほぼ見ているね。これだけだね。よっしゃ、頭出してみよう。よし、見ていきましょ
It's me.
う。レバーだね。
No. I was closing my eyes and getting ready to fall asleep and thinking, dreaming about doing things, and I thought, since we're both in bed, David, I
エ
feel
ヴ
like
ァと
tonight we
の
had some
会
moments.
話で
You know,
デイビッド・スミスは出てくんの？
I know this is all a bit muddled. And there's a lot of blood rushing to my head, but I'm attracted to you.
ああ、ちょうど落としてるね、もう落としてる日だよ。
Just promise me you won't laugh, okay?
笑わない？何始まんの？あら、ショートパンツが。
I think I'll be able to manage. Yeah, thank you. Oh, stay and be with me. It's nice to have you here. Watch me sleep.
露骨に誘ってきますな。
Good night, David.
マジで寝ました。おお、終わったね。なるほど。何を見せられたんだって感じですな。これでスミスは見終わったけども、あ、もう一個。子供のスター。多分こっちがエヴァの子供だとは思うんだけどね。結局エミリーとアルバの謎は解けなかったけど。一個だけ来た。なんか違うスターが出てきそうだな、これ。よし、頭出ししよう。よし、見てこう。あれだね、活動家の人たちだね。呼ばれたよ。
Oh, hey. Hey. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Yeah.
We didn't scare you off.
No, not easily scared.
It's normally a little busier, but well, as you heard, some of our members are in Silver Ridge.
Yeah.
We shut down the access road
封鎖してんの今。
I heard about that. I actually been meaning to get up there.
It's a good way to get a lay of the land. Yeah. Go ahead. Help yourself. We'll start back up again in 5 on the crossing.
おお、プロス
Calling
ペレ。
shareholders to ask them to invest in the people of the River Valley.
Great. Done. Okay.
See ya.
Thank you.
隠しカメラ。あ、エヴァ。
Hey,
Hey, I've been at the Chinese food every single day this week, and no luck.
oh, yeah, I thought you would have come by the store to check up on your order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. I had to order it from England just to get the perfect copy.
Wow, extra authentic ridiculous coffee.
Yeah.
Did you know Pop, he recorded that in London?
And then your namesake mixed it here in LA, so that's been across the pond twice now?
You are an expert. You want some milk?
No thanks. Actually, I looked it up when I ordered it for you.
Oh, I see. Didn't want me to out-trip you.
No. Well, why didn't you just order it off the internet?
That's more fashion. You gotta support your local record store. They turn into Starbucks.
スターバックスでスターか。あれ、スターって言ったよね、子供。
If I were to just dunk, would that mean I sold out?
You like to dunk your cookies? Would you like to get a drink somewhere?
Like right now?
No, I mean like sometime.
Like drink, or like we're gonna call prospering investors boring?
I mean, sure, we could call some investors, but I was thinking more of a drink. There's this old
付き合う前だね、
tavern.
どう
They
考
have
えて
this
も。
jukebox built with Joni Mitchell albums.
Yeah, so,
Cool. Yeah, I'll call you. I have your number.
all right.
I gotta catch Sean. So,
Go too.
bye.
Bye.
さっきの活動家のトップがジョンなのかな。ジョンってあったっけ。あ、ジョンあるね。やっぱあの人がジョンなんだろうな。これで、でも11件、子供とかで出てこないかな。2つ出てきたな。2017年だから結構両方とも古いやつだね。歯抜くとかそこの話か。そう、看護師さんだもんね。歯科助手さんとかじゃないもんね。
2,000 miles away. Would you just be there for support? All right, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my god, it's slippery.
抜けないよ、そんなに。
She wakes up, she's gonna be terrified.
いや、自然に抜けるの待った方がいいと思いますよ。
Okay.
髪の毛当たってる、髪の毛当たってる。
Oh god, it wants to come
アル
out.
バだね、これ。
Oh god, it's so small, it's hard to grab. I need smaller hands. Shut up, I told you, don't talk. Oh god, damn it. Oh god. Okay, shh. Come here, babe. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, this is it. Oh my god. I got it.
取れたの？嘘、今絶対取れてねえよ。
That little sucker.
アルバだね。
Alright, you can go now. Isabella wants to go to sleep. Maybe have a big glass of wine. Probably just go to sleep. Hun, I just pulled a tooth out of our sleeping daughter's mouth, and in about 6 hours I'm gonna have to wake up and go wait in the bathroom while she does a crap, because ever since you've been gone she started having that bathroom ghost nightmare again. When I'm in the mood, I'll let you know. Or I'll just put on some Justin Timberlake and have a nice visit with my
イザ
Hitachi.
ベラってなんだろう。エマの。
Father John Misty then. Yeah, well, I fell for you because you looked good in a suit. My vagina's superficial. Good night.
イザベラは聞かない名前だな、一応。ここに書いとこうか。よし、じゃあこれも頭出してみよう。よし、見ていきましょう。
You like shooting games, huh?
Well, I want to play that Pac-Man over there, but it's out of order.
Just follow my lead. Take that! You gotta lead your shots. Aim an inch ahead of your target. That's your sweet spot.
Yeah, when Ava pointed you guys out to me at Silver Ridge, she said that you guys are really serious, about tackling issues. Back in California, I knew this group that protested the Diablo Canyon Road, power plant up there. And I knew them from in and out of Venice, but they impressed me. I really did. And I moved back up here just to prioritize my life, because I want to do something. Prosper.
We're criminals.
Yeah, exactly. I think Ava's great and all, but she's just like those kids back at the camp. They just want to get together, paint some signs, sing some songs, and then upload it to the internet.
She's young. Yeah, but she isn't stupid.
No, she's bright. I totally get that. But I've been with her to 4 meetings in that Jasmine Center, and we're all blowing hot air. I'm not naive enough to think that we can fix this with Facebook.
I saw you at that rally in November. You like causing trouble.
There's trouble to be had. I'm not going to run away from it.
Your turn. I used to hang around Venice. Where'd you say you were?
At a hospital off Pacific. That was before I got a job.
Not Samsung.
No. This place made Samsung look like a Four Seasons. This guy Harry ran it. His old pills out the back. And he disappeared, and after a while the cops shut it down. So I moved in with these friends of mine who I met at the boardwalk. They had this movie thing going, so I got involved. It became kind of a big deal. It's fun. We made these stupid beach horror films.
No way. Horror movies are my thing. Could you give me a background one?
Nah, it's behind me now. Besides, nobody watches horror anymore. I realize it's too crazy.
動きを見るとき、デイビッドはかなりいいよね。
Oh, that's.
やっぱうまいん
I
だ
just got the high score.
Where did you learn to shoot like that?
Boy Scouts.
Really?
No, the firearms guy on the sets, on the movie sets. he would take us out to the desert, let us shoot his guns. So.
Right now, why don't we go over there? I have some people.
Yeah, go. Good way.
多分もう誰が撮ってたんだっていうのは無粋なんだろうね。そうしたら子供じゃ出ないから娘かな。お、2つ新しいのが、あ、これお遊戯会の時か。ああ、娘のお遊戯なんだとかいう話だったね。これはローラだね。最後の方だから頭出してこれも見てこう。
Hello, dear.
見てこう。ローラだね。
Did I call you or did you call me?
ボケてますもう。
No. She's at her tennis club.
テニスクラブ？やべ、これはコーチと浮気の予感がするね。
Don't be silly. Texas backhand, they call her. My little champion's going for All-State this time. Of course, she's going to have to put the work in. You're too soft on her, Daniel.
ダニエルじゃないよ。
David, the new boy. Who was the one before? Always brought her roses. Paul. That's right. He was always so polite. Always would hold the door open for her. I appreciate that. She's always bringing home these boys she meets at the hospital. And I tell you, every time there's something wrong with them, David seems dependable. He's handsome too. Reminds me of you when you were younger and wore those sharp suits.
認知症なんか本当に親父と間違えて。
Would you like me to have my daughter call you when she gets back?
他人行儀になってるもんな。うわー、このお母さんでめんどくせえな。9分45分長いな。よし、見てこう。
Hey, babe. You doing okay?
エミリーか、あるわ。
Yeah, things are a little hard right now, honey. So we just have to be strong for Mama, you know. Okay, sure. Do you want one from your book or? Oh, okay. I'll just. All right. Do you know the story of Rumpelstiltskin?
知らんですね。
Okay, sure, yeah. All right, let me see if I can remember. Okay, well, once upon a time, there was a girl. And she was the daughter of a miller, I think, which is a kind of farmer. And she had the most beautiful blonde hair. I mean, it was so beautiful, it caught the sun like it was gold. It was so beautiful. Well, maybe she becomes one. Just wait. Right. So, her father, he liked to tell tall tales. Okay? And one day he boasted to the king that his daughter was so talented that she could spin straw into pure gold. All right? And the king, he called him out on his bluff and he summoned the girl and he said that if she could truly make gold from straw, then he would allow her to marry his son, the prince. But if not, he'd chop off her head. Okay? Yeah, because he's a very severe king. Well, I mean, then she'll be a queen. And in the old days, most of the girls wanted to marry a prince, right? So, I like that. Anyway, the king, he locks the girl in a tower with a spinning wheel and a small pile of straw. And he says he's going to return in the morning, all right, to see if she has made the straw into gold. And the night passes. And in the morning, she's given up all hope, right? When all of a sudden, a little small strange man appears. Okay? And he asks her if she has any wishes. And she says she wishes to turn the straw into gold, right? And so the imp says he can do such a thing,
But first, she must give him her necklace. So the girl gives up her necklace, of course, and the imp, he sits at this spinning wheel, and he starts to spin, and he spins, and he spins, and he spins, and he produces this pile of golden thread. And then there's this knock at the door, right? Because it's morning, and he just disappears, and the king comes in, and there's this small pile of gold, and he is amazed. The king is so amazed, but he's suspicious because he thinks this might be a fluke, you know what I mean? So he moves her to a second tower with an even bigger pile of straw. And again, same challenge. Spin the straw into gold by morning or off with your head. So the girl waits and waits all night long, and then again, just before dawn, that little imp appears. Okay, and this time he demands her ring. So she, of course, she gives her a ring, and he spins the gold into straw, and then he disappears, and the king comes in, and there's this pile of gold, and the king is almost convinced. But for a final time, he throws her in a third tower with a huge pile of straw, and he says, you got to turn this straw into gold, and he leaves. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. But the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry left, right? So what's she going to do? And the imp says, if you give me your firstborn child, I'll turn this straw into gold. And the girl, she's so terrified that she says, yes, of course, of course. And the imp, he spins the entire huge pile of straw into gold. And right before the king walks in, he disappears, and the king opens up the door, and he's so excited, he can't believe it. He says, truly, you are magical, he says. That's his voice. And then the very next day, the girl, she's married to the prince. Right? And despite all the weirdness of this marriage, they actually really like each other. In fact, they fall in love. And 2 years later, that little girl, now a princess, is pregnant.
どうなる子供を妖精が連れて
Okay. Thank you for that. Now, in the summer, she gives birth to this beautiful baby daughter. Okay, but her happiness about this new little girl, it's short-lived, because guess who comes back? The imp. The imp reappears, and he says, I've come to collect my reward, he says. And the baby is mine. And the princess, she sobs, and she offers him like all the riches in the kingdom. But he insists. He says, I want that baby. And she begs him, please, to. And finally, the imp says, okay. If you can guess my name within 3 days, you can keep the baby. But if not, the baby is mine, as we agreed. And he leaves, and the princess, she is distraught. I mean, she immediately sends all of her staff and her servants out into the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. But by midnight of that first day, no one's been able to track down anything, or the creature, or his name. And the imp, he appears, and he asks her, what is my name? And she guesses, is it David? And he laughs. He says, no, 2 more guesses. And he leaves. And the next day, nothing. Nobody comes back with any information. And he arrives again at midnight. And she guesses this time.
Jones かな、スミスかな。
No. It's not. He says, no. Laughs the imp, okay? He says, no. And he leaves. It's not Stephen. And the next day, the princess is so upset because she doesn't know what to do. She only has 1 more guess, 1 more day. So she leaves the baby with her servants, and she just walks into the forest because she's so worried she's going to lose her baby. And she wanders and wanders all day, and into the evening, she wanders, and suddenly she comes on a small clearing. Okay, in a little field, and in that little field is a little tent, and in the center of it, there is a little small fire, and she hides. She hides behind a bush. And out of the tent, to her amazement, out comes the imp. And he's dancing around the fire, right? And he sings, today, plans I make. Tonight, the baby I take. The princess princess will never win the game for Rumpelstiltskin is my name. And smiling to herself, the princess runs back to the castle because she heard his name. And that evening, the imp arrives, right? And he's kind of gloating, and he asks her his name. And the princess kind of looks sad, she's kind of pretending to be sad, and she gnashes her teeth a little bit. But then she looks him in the eye and she says, "Your name's Rumpelstiltskin." And the imp, his eyes bulge, and it looks like he's gonna burst, and his head goes, red. He shakes it like he's gonna explode, and all of a sudden it's... Oh, do you think he should? Okay, well, then Rumpelstiltskin ran away and he never came back. And the princess became queen, and her daughter grew up to be a wonderful queen in her own right, and everyone lived happily ever after. Yeah? Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know, maybe he was lonely.
どうして妖精さんはそんなことをしたの的な話かな。
You do? I guess. Now that you mention it, most of the people in the story were bad. You would? Okay. Well, honey, I have to go out, I'm afraid, so. But yeah, you got your glowworm, right? Oh, I love that name. That's a great name. All right, come here. Give me a kiss, real quick. Love you, kid. Night, night.
なんだこれは。何の意味がある。今の裏知りたいよな。妖精かな。違う、漢字が違う。これの裏だ。この次か。ダメだな。そしたら
And so the imp says he can do.
小さな妖精できる。あ、違う。後ろが出てきたけど。
And so
ルンペルシュテイル言えない。あったあったあった。よし。というかこの日以外にも行ってるな。そうしたらこの裏の動画見て終わりにしよう。よし、見てこう。
Dada! Mimon's very sick. I tried to go in a special bed, but Mommy yelled at me.
おばあちゃんやべえの。
That's what the doctor said. Are you gonna tell me a bedtime story?
ああ、それでなんか前も一回本じゃ
I'm pulling my book now. Make one up. Rumpelstiltskin? No, can
一
I
回
hear
で
it?
よく名前を覚えたね。まあちょっと話は聞いてるから飛ばしいこうか。眠いんじゃんかよ。寝ろよ。名前当てクイズまではいらねえよな。あれ何分ぐらいなんだろう。6分ぐらいなのかな。ちょっと待って。
My teacher is pregnant. She last touched her bum.
よかった。
I asked where she got it, and
先生
she
ね。
said, mind my own business.
そうだね。すげえセクハラ質問になっちゃうもんね。 眠いのね、寝ようね、お寝とこね。ということで今子供が生まれたんだね、お話の中で。
That was a good story. I guess being queen would be good. What do you think the imp was going to do with the baby?
ああ、
Was
で
he
さ
going to eat it?
寂しかったんじゃないのって言ったのか。
What did the story mean? At school, we have to write the author's message for every story. Was
鋭いね。
Rumpelstiltskin the bad guy?
悪い人、まあ人じゃないしね、妖精だけどね。
If I was queen, I would chop off their heads. I'm tired. Will you stay with me?
首切り落とすって言ってる子はいい子じゃないと思うけどな。はい、おやすみね。
Yes, she's called Glowy.
じゃあピカピカちゃんおやすみ。
Night night.
寝たね。なるほど。この後も、あ、これ裏表だな。あるけども長えな。次回にしようかな。はい、というわけで本日はこの辺にしようと思います。子供エミリー・アルバについて調べたけども何一つ分かってないような気がすると。ダメだな、子供から攻めるのは違うな。そうなると次回はやっぱ物事の本質、最後どうなったの、これマックスとかそこら辺のところを調べていこうかな。はい、ご視聴ありがとうございました。